Hey guys, Curtis Quebec again with some more terrible slash possibly busted modern. This is a fun one, and there's a lot going on, so stick with me because I am probably gonna screw it up. So this is the new and improved Oops All Spells, the modern version. So recently we had Zendikar Rising drop, and that came with it some very special cards, which are lands that you can play, but they're not lands technically. Anywhere other than the battlefield, they are not lands, they're sorceries, and in case of Tangled Floor Hedron. The way Oops All Spells works traditionally is you take either a Undercity Informer or a Balustrade Spy. Both these are 4 mana creatures, they're 2/3 creatures, and sorry, this one's a 3 mana creature, but it's effectively a 4 mana creature in this deck because what we do with it is we're going to use it to mill ourselves, and they both say mill target player until that player hits a land. And of course, there are no lands in this deck. So we're going to mill ourselves, put our entire graveyard in our library, put our entire library in our graveyard, sorry. From there, all we have to do is find a way to win from our graveyard. The entire deck is kind of built around cheating on the fact that there are technically no lands, even though there actually are. So we have, I believe, a total of 20 cards that are lands but not lands. We have 4 Turn Timber Symbiosis, 4 Amiria's Call, 4 Agadeem's Awakening, 1 Shatter Skull Smashing, we have 1 Tangle Floor Hedron, and we have 2 Haggard Maulings. And we also have 4 Pelaka Predations. So now, in addition to that, we also have Simian Spirit Guide, we have Talisman of Resilience, and we have Pentad Prism. Basically, the entire deck is just centered around, let's get 4 mana, let's get one of these creatures out, and we'll see what happens. The way the combo works, we mill our entire graveyard, sorry, we mill our entire library. We have 2 Narcomoebas in the deck. The Narcomoebas come out when they're milled. That's a 1/1. When the 1/1 enters the battlefield, we have 3 Sword of the Meek, and Sword of the Meek says when a 1/1 enters the battlefield, you may return it from the graveyard to the battlefield attached to the 1/1. We can sacrifice them to cast the Salvage Titan for 0 mana, and because we will have cast the Balustrade Spy or the Undercity Informer in the same turn, that will be our second creature spell for the turn, and 4 Vengevines are coming out on the battlefield. If that isn't enough, we also have 4 Creeping Chills. So we're going to be dealing them 9 to 12 just right off the bat, and then we're also going to be attacking them for 16. That's how the combo works. We also have some cards in here to just help out the combo. Pelaka Predation, while it is a land, the front side of it can sometimes be useful as just a very terrible Thoughtseize. 3 mana, look at your opponent's hand, and they discard a card with converted mana cost 3 or greater. So if you think your opponent has a counterspell, for example, you can use this to get it out of their hand first, and then go ahead with your combo. Leyline Sanctity, we have 4 main boards so that we can put 1 down and prevent ourselves from getting Thoughtseize and things like that. And then in the case of a failure to launch, where we go off but we don't quite win, we need like another turn or 2, we also have a Memory's Journey. So this will end up in a graveyard. We can flash it back on our upkeep for 1 green mana, and that will let us put any 3 cards from our graveyard into our library, so we can stay alive for a couple of turns while we beat them down. Oh yes, and we also have Phantasmagorian, and the reason we have the Phantasmagorian is, for example, all of the Sword of the Meeks need to be in the graveyard for this combo to work. If they're not, say we drew one of them, what we can do is the Phantasmagorian goes into the graveyard, and with the Narcomoeba triggers on the stack, we will discard the Sword of the Meeks to the Phantasmagorian, and that will put all the Sword of the Meeks in the graveyard so that when the Narcomoebas enter the battlefield, we get the Sword of the Meek trigger. Coming over here to the sideboard, we have kind of the usual suspects. Veil of Summer to prevent our stuff from getting countered or Thoughtseized. Nature's Claim is important. We play a full 4 because this deck will just stone lose on the spot to a single Rusted Piece or a Grafdigger's Cage. We gotta be careful about that. Fatal Push, Thoughtseize, just some generic good cards. Slaughter Pact. We also play 3 Pact of Negation. It's basically just free counterspell for us because we will usually only need the 1 turn to win. So if they have a single counterspell, and they counter it, and we pack the negation back, it doesn't matter that we can't pay on upkeep, they're just going to be dead anyway. And then the last thing we have in our sideboard is a backup plan in the form of 2 Goblin Charbelchers. So Goblin Charbelcher is a 4-mana artifact. You pay 3 and tap it, and then you reveal cards from top of your library until you hit a land, and then you deal damage equal to the number of cards you reveal to any target. Goblin Charbelcher, while more expensive, is a fair backup plan in the case of in case we feel like Graveyard Hate or something like that. We don't need the cards that are in the graveyard for Goblin Charbelcher to win, but it costs a lot more mana. I don't think there's anything left to talk about really, so let's just head on into the league. All right, so I mean we got mana, but we got no spy, so I think we're probably gonna throw that back. This is probably worse. All right, so we have Balustrade Spy, we have 2 lands, and we have 2 talismans, so I'm gonna call that good enough. We'll put back the Vengevine and the Leyline. So we can go turn 1 land tapped, turn 2 land talisman, and then if we draw a 3rd land, we have Balustrade Spy. Otherwise, we can play the talisman and just take it slow. Keep this one. We're gonna put back the Vengevine and the Leyline. Oh god, they're playing the same thing. Oh no. Well, I guess we better hope we're faster. Well, there's our 3rd land, so we can go off next turn if we need to. Yes, I'll pay 3 life, and then we have talisman. Pass the turn. All right. Moment of truth. I can't believe the first round's against the mirror. All right, so let's shock this in, or bolt this in, I guess, and then spy. Mill myself. Okay. Are they just conceding? I assume they know how this works, considering they're playing the same deck. Nope, you make me do it. All right, so so all 4 creeping chills are down, and the Narcomoebas are coming back. Okay, I've seen enough. Well, it was fun. Always fun to go off on the first time you go. So I'm gonna bring in the Thought Seizes here, and I'm gonna bring in. Do I bring in Pact of Negation? I feel like that's probably not where I want to be. It's not like I'm ever going to be able to pay for it. Does Veil of Summer do anything here? I guess it protects us from our opponent's Thought Seizes. But they're only going to bring in 2 or so. Alright, let's just put in the Thought Seizes and we'll take out, I guess probably just 2 Leyline Sanctities. And we just hope to be faster than them. We have Undercity Informer. We have 2 lands. Phantasmagorian is in our hand, which is not ideal because one of the Sword of the Meeks is also in our hand. But we'll have a Pentad Prism we can sacrifice, so that's probably fine. I'm going to keep this 7. And our opponent played Leyline, so good thing we don't have a Thoughtseize. Alright, so they have the mana to do all this next turn. So, bolt this in, play the Talisman. I feel like we're probably just dead this turn though, so. Ooh, Seagate Reborn. Yup. Well, exciting. It's gonna be a quick league. Alright, do I maybe bring in Nature's Claim to just disrupt their artifact mana? It's gotta be doing more than Leyline Sanctity, I assume. Okay, yep. So this is a turn 3 kill right here. No point shocking this turn. Memory's Journey, not doing a whole ton. Play a land, play a Talisman, pass the turn, and it's probably all she wrote. Yep, sounds good. Oh no, that's so bad. Oh, actually no. I can. No, I don't have any blue mana. No. If I had blue mana, I could potentially save myself here, because I could just like shuffle. I could shuffle use Memory's Journey to shuffle the Narcomoebas back in their deck before they come in the battlefield. But I think that we are probably pooched after that Thoughtseize. No. Interesting. Huh. Wasn't expecting that. Oh, perfect. Okay. Well, sometimes you gotta play good. Sometimes Magic just plays good for you. I can't imagine he has a way to deal with this, unless they have their own Memory's Journey or something. All right, so they're making me go through the whole thing this time, I guess. So let's just exile some prisms. Get the Salvage Titan back. We'll cast it by sacrificing 3 artifacts. And that's my Vengevines. Just give me a chance to misclick, I guess. That's smart. Okay. What a fun and interesting match that was. We had a whole 1-card interaction where my opponent Thoughtseized me and then didn't have the kill of their own. Alright, let's hope we're not playing the mirror again. This hand doesn't do anything. This hand, I guess, is fine. Keep. Put the Narcomoeba back. This is Omnath. Oh, perfect. So there we go. So now we have a turn 3 kill with the Spirit Guide. That was kind of what this hand was missing, was just one extra piece of mana accelerant. Interesting. So I play a Breeding Pool untapped. I don't know what they have, honestly. Presumably just like a remand or something. Uro, perfect. So they're tapped out. So they're dead. Okay, so yeah, the Simian Spirit Guide's really baiting them here. I doubt they would have tapped out if they had seen that that I had the Spirit Guide in hand, or if they seen that I had him in acceleration. So I'm gonna play the land, Simian Spirit Guide, exile, play the Undercity Informer, sacrifice it targeting ourselves, and then we're gonna mill our entire graveyard. Sorry, mill our entire library. Gonna go ahead and put those there, and then with these triggers on the stack, we're going to, where's Phantasmagorian? We're gonna activate Phantasmagorian. We're gonna discard Memory's Journey, Leyline, and Sword of the Meek. And that's what I was saying there. It was very important because we drew that Sword of the Meek. That was very important. Had that Phantasmagorian, because otherwise we would have only had 2 artifacts. And we couldn't get back to Salvage Titan. Yes, we'll use Creeping Chill. Yes. 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 We'll put the Narcomoeba back. Yes. We're going to attach Sword of the Meek. Yes, we'll attach Sword of the Meek. Yes, we'll attach Sword of the Meek. And we'll play that. And then we go into our graveyard again. We find Salvage Titan. We exile some random artifacts to get it back in our hand. We sacrifice the Sword of the Meeks. And that's the Vengevines. Yes. Yes. No one ever wants to let me attack. It's not very fun. I'm going to bring in the Pact of Negations for this matchup because they almost certainly have some number of counter magic. We're going to bring in Veil of Summer. I don't know how much graveyard hate they have. I think it's just a blue-green deck from what I saw. That might be kind of sketchy. Could also lose to a Grafdigger's Cage. Yeah, maybe we'll bring in a couple. And then Thoughtseize maybe. So what's the least important part of our deck? We have Leyline Sanctities can come out easy. I guess we gotta be careful about not taking it too much. Like we take a couple Creeping Chills. But I think at this point maybe it's just better to leave these guys out and just bring in the Veil of Summers and the Pact of Negations. Don't want to board too much and just dilute the combo. This hand's kind of iffy. In fact, I mean, by iffy I mean it's pretty wildly unplayable. We're 1 land away from this being a very good hand. So let's put the Vengevine back. If we can find another land, we can play Shatterskull Smashing into Talisman, and then turn 3 we have Simian Spirit Guide to cast the Balastar Spy. Or Understanding Informer, I guess, actually. Play the Hammer Pass. And need a land. Okay, so this is probably just full-blown Omnath deck, and we just only saw the blue-green side of it. Oh, this is black? Okay. Interesting. Well, the hand's a little bit Thoughtseize proof because we have 2 mill creatures, which is nice. Hopefully I don't have another one. But there's only so much I can do if they have 2 Thoughtseize in, so. But now that we've seen Thoughtseize, it might be prudent to put the Leylines back in, and didn't expect them to have it this turn. Okay, so I took one of my mill creatures. Makes sense they chose the cheaper one because, oh, well, because it doesn't matter anyway. Alright, I'm just going to pass. I was kind of tempted to play the Talisman of Resilience with the Simian Spirit Guide, but I still need to draw a 3rd land before I can even cast the Informer. No guarantee it lives if I do, so not worth the trouble. Okay, now it's probably worth the trouble because I have another permanent source of mana if I can do this. Please, I should have seen this coming. Yeah, I should have seen it coming. They had no land drop and they held up mana. That was pretty obvious. Mana Leak or Remand or something. Well, I guess let's do it again. If they have another one, we probably just weren't meant to win this one, so whatever. Sure, Cross Barrel's fine. Still no land drop. That's a good sign for us. I mean, not that we have a land drop, but we can go, if we draw a land, we can go Undercity Informer, and then if we untap with it, we can activate it. Otherwise, we can play the Balastar Spy. I guess I should be taking this opportunity to cast the Sword of the Meek, but it doesn't really matter if we have Phantasmagorian. Oh, Field of Ruin, you say? Oh, Field of Ruin's actually bad. Field of Ruin just strip mines me. So if they realize that, then they're probably going to do that because, yeah, they see it. I think. Kind of seems like maybe they stopped to consider it, but decided not to. Ashiok. Ooh. All right, what do they hit? They hit Phantasmagorian. Okay. So it's not the end of the world right now, but it is pretty bad. Okay, thank God. Okay, so we play this. Yes. And then we can play Balastar Spy. And I believe that we still have enough stuff to win. No, we don't, because I didn't cast the stupid Sword of the Meek. Huh. I think I just killed myself, actually. Because they hit one of my Sword of the Meeks, so it means there's only one left in the library. My Phantasmagorian's gone, so I can't discard the Sword of the Meek. I mean, I guess in my defense I didn't see the Ashok coming, but still. That's brutal. Yeah, I think actually we just lose. Interesting. Okay, so seeing that, I'm happy with my choice to bring in Veil of Summer. I think I'm going to bring in a Thoughtseize over the Pact of Negations. No. I guess so. I'm going to put the Narcomoeba back, and then I can maybe even just cast a Salvage Titan just for... maybe it's not worth it. It's probably not worth it. If I cast a Salvage Titan and it just stays in the battlefield, then I've lost my ability to just combo them off. So we need to get a little lucky and draw a Balustrad's Spy or something, but we have 8 copies of mill creatures, so should be okay. There it is. So that's a turn 2 kill if they don't have a counterspell or a Thoughtseize. Oh, they had a Force Negation. Okay, well, that's fine. I mean, they slowed us down, but now they have 1. So if I don't draw a land, I can probably just play a single Undercity Informer and just leave it out. And if they kill it, that means they're probably not dealing with the one in my hand. So Growth Spiral, Abrupt Decay. Okay, so now they've made things a little bit more difficult. They had a pretty good draw against me this time, but we're still like in pretty reasonable shape here. We've got 2 things, so we're Thoughtseize proof. At least we're single Thoughtseize proof, and we just need to draw some mana, which we have a lot of. That was not the draw. Ugh, what a gross draw that was. Just gonna play out the Sword of the Meek so that we don't run into a situation like we had last time. If they kill it, they kill it. It's whatever, but don't want them to mill it and exile it, really. Sucks. I think I could have won this match if I'd just been a little more experienced with the deck, but yeah, not playing that Sword of the Meek out was pretty bad. I mean, again, I didn't see the Affiat coming, but probably should have played around it. So this feels like a Cryptic Command, which makes me less excited to just jump my Pentad Prism into it. So I'm going to go ahead and sit back and do nothing for now. What's this? Fact or Fiction? Well, I'm going to put the Ashiok versus because I think they're going to take the Ashiok regardless. Oh, they took the 4. Okay, deal. Okay, they have Uro. Okay, so take the turn to do this while they don't have Cryptic Command up. They do still have mana leak and remand, but I mean I can't play around everything forever, so yeah, Force Negation, fair enough. Why didn't we just crack that and hardcast it? What did they exile? They exiled the Nexus of Fate, fair enough. Alright, so we need a black source. We can find an Agadeem's Awakening, then we can Undercity Informer them next turn. Sure. Thoughtseize resolves. Take one of my Undercity Informers. They do have a Cryptic Command in hand because they took the pile that was 2 lands of Cryptic. What else is in that pile? Jace, maybe? No, Ashiok I took out. Uro. That was an Uro in the hand. That's the Uro. So, that feels like yeah, that feels like a bold move, right? Okay, never mind. They had a land drop left. So they have 2 cards left in hand. One of them is a Cryptic Command. What did they get back? Oh god. Alright, so they're gonna take my... They're gonna Thoughtseize away my other Balustrad's Spy. I'm kind of tempted to just just cast the Simian Spirit Guide here. Beat him down with 2/2 beats. Yeah, Thoughtseize my Balustrade, or my Undercity Informer rather. I mean, they're still down to just a Cryptic Command. It's not the end of the world. Oh right, they have an Uro. Duh. They may have just tapped out a Cryptic Command though. So if they don't hit a land here, they can't cast Cryptic. All right, this is now or never. Oh no, never mind. It's not even now because we. Sure. Take the Vengevine, please. Need to buy black mana, please. Yeah, I feel like the game is now too far gone. I have multiple counters. I have a counterspell to fight through. I have a Null spell to fight through. I think it's all just too much. I can't even find black mana. So. Oh well. This hand looks pretty weak. I got Leyline Sanctity, but I've only got 1 mana. Creeping Chill I want explicitly in my deck. Phantasmagorian I want explicitly in my deck. Memory's Journey I want explicitly in my deck, so I'm going to mulligan this. Well, this is not better. This is so much worse. But boy, would they ever not be targeting me, huh? Mulligan this. I guess this is fine. It's about as good as it's going to get, I assume. Oh, that's a bad draw. Just need some mana, please. Also to stop playing against opponents with counterspells. Oh, it's prowess. I wonder how this plays out. I feel like I'm... Oh, it's Grixis control. Oh, Death Shadow, probably. Yeah, it's gotta be Death Shadow. So I don't want to play the Unknown City Former and just leave it out like I've been talking about in the last round. Given that what they're playing, I think it's far too likely that they'd be able to kill it. Bone Crusher Giant? Weird. No third land, okay. Okay, well now that I drew the third one, like maybe I do just play it out. If it's 6, great. If it's not, don't really care. Just a stomp. I can deal with a stomp. Just let me untap, please. Opponent's thinking real hard about what they're going to do, I guess. Can't believe I was brave enough to just play a naked Balustrade Spy and get away with it. Opponent's cursing his Bone Crusher Giants now, which is they were bolts. Okay, well, guess we're going to go for it. And now we can actually have a backup here. If our Narcomoeba dies, we can just we can play a Pentad Prism and just cast this Narcomoeba from hand. I assume they have a Fatal Push or something. Yep. Okay. Oh, I did not know that Sword of Meek still came back to the battlefield. Well, now I feel good about myself. So let's go ahead and get back Salvage Titan. Exile, Prism, Talisman. Cast Titan. Well, I forgot that I didn't cast a Balustrade Spy this turn. Neat. Well, good thing we have this. There we go. Ooh, pay attention to that creature count. Forgot about that. Alright, so let's get the Veil of Summers in again. Thoughtseize counterspells, good protection. Their graveyard hate of choice is probably Nile Spellbomb, which makes me think I wanted to leave the Leylines of Sanctity in and just forget about the Nature's Claims. Don't need Thoughtseize, don't really care about that. Don't need Pact of Negation, really, I don't think. So let's just take out 2 things like Creeping Chill and... Oh, I don't know. Maybe just one of these lands or something. Tangle Florahedron, sure. I think I'm going to keep this, honestly. I need to draw a like a mill creature, but I have Leyline, I have Veil of Summer. I think that's good enough. I'd like to draw a second color mana just to get this Pentad Prism pumped up a bit, but that wasn't a great draw, was it? Okay, I'll just play this. Tapped and pass turn. Ooh, wow, was not expecting that. Okay, that's brutal. That's just so rude. My opponent knows I don't have any basics. Huh, interesting. Alright, so let's play Palaka Caverns, and then we can play Turntimber Symbiote, followed by a Pentad Prism for full pop. Young Pyromancer, sure. Can't Thoughtseize me, so that's fine. Alright, so let's play Turntimber Symbiote, Serpentine Wood, and then we'll just play this Pentad Prism for 2, and we'll pass turn. If some ungodly reason we do find ourselves needing a Veil of Summer, we have 2 of them up. That's fine. No. And then let's pass the turn here. Sure, stop me. Need to find like a spy or something soon, but we do have counter backup for that, which is nice. So come on, spy. Creeping Chill, close enough. Pass the turn. We're getting pretty close to dead here, so we're gonna need to make some kind of move soon. I think I'm just gonna cycle this one of these Veil of Summers, just draw a card if they cast a blue spell here. I mean, this is gonna let them draw a card with their Cling to Dust, but I think that's fine. Or not. Fair enough. We still just kind of win on the spot if we find a Balustrade Spy. Yeah, that's all she wrote. Alright, let's try and do better than that in game 3, I guess. Guess we shouldn't have relied on drawing an Undercity Informer or a Balustrade Spy, but I thought it was pretty reasonable at the time. Yes, I would like to play first, thank you. Alright, what do we have? We got a whole bunch of stuff, but nothing to do. God, how hard can it be to find an 8 of here? I think we're going to do better with 5 here. Like, Sword of the Meeks, I want to be in the graveyard. Vengefulness, I want to be in the graveyard. Creeping Chill, I want to be in the graveyard. This is effectively a mull to 3 if I keep. I'm not particularly happy with that mull to 3, so I'm going to mull to 5. Still no Spy, but we do have... Oh, this was a mistake. I don't have any lands. That's fine though. We'll get we'll get one land. We'll cast a prism, or sorry, a talisman, and we'll be golden. Land. Veil of Summer. Okay, there's a land. I see this gets countered or something. Nope, never mind. And we have Veil of Summer up too now if we want. All right, so intense thought going over on my opponent's side of the board here. You'll love to see it. So they're going to shock themselves and destroy target artifact. I'm going to Veil of Summer to draw a card, protect this from black, and then they're just going to take 2 damage for no reason. I mean, I guess they're a Death Shadow deck and they probably want to take damage, but still. Alright. What do we have? Haggard Mauling. Okay, so let's play a Pentad Prism. Play Haggard Mauling. Kind of wonder if maybe I'm supposed to keep Haggard Mauling. I have enough mana to cast a Balustrade Spy, and Haggard Mauling is a removal spell. I think I'm going to do that actually. I'm just going to hold it. Still need to find a Spy though. Alright, well. Alright, all the mana in the world need to find a Balustrade Spy, please. Just this once. Okay, that's fine. Still nothing. Just all the lands in the world. We now have our Haggard Mauling up, so if we need to cast it, we have it. I think I'm just going to do it here, honestly. Just make use of the card while I have a chance. Okay, what do they got going on over there? Hope I don't regret using that Haggard Mauling. Snapcaster Mage might not have been worth it, but I haven't even seen a Death Shadow or a Grim or a Grimlock Angler or anything yet. Alright, this is not a big deal. That's fine. Sure, let's shuffle. Superstitious, why not? That literally does nothing for me because all my win cons cost 4, so let's see what they got going on, I guess. Okay, so they have, oh god, another Cleansing Wildfire. I guess I should have played this as a land. Alright, let's get rid of the Cryptic Command so that they can't just lock me under Cryptic Command with Mystic Sanctuary. And I'd figure out a way around the dispute in this second Cleansing Wildfire here. But it's definitely not looking good, is it? Opponent, come on, dude. You're picking a land out of your library. How hard can it be? I always get the slowest opponents, and I don't know why. I mean, I guess I should have seen that coming. Actually, we get Cryptic locked either way. All right, at this point, I think we're probably just to the point of packing it up because they can just have a Cryptic Command every other turn by just going Cryptic Command, bounce my Mystic Sanctuary, and then play Mystic Sanctuary and put it on top of their library again. So we are officially under the Cryptic lock. We would have to draw 2 Balustrade Spies in a row, and they still have that Mystical Dispute, and we need another land. I think I'm just going to pack it in. I don't think we can win from here. Oh boy. Oh, that was annoying. Okay, well, not off to the hottest start in the world, but we'll pick it back up. Alright, we got mana, we got creature. That's good. Battles. Well, I mean, I can't imagine they can kill me before I can kill them, so I think we're okay. Oh yeah, they dead. They super dead. Okay, we need to not draw Phantasmagoria in this one turn. Alright, you did it. Play this. Untapped. Exile this. Make some mana. And that's probably all she wrote. Put these on the stack. Where's Phantasmagorian? There we go. So we can discard Vengevine, Sword of the Meek, and whatever. And that should do it. So drain them a bit. And get back our swords. This deck feels like super nuts when people aren't interacting with us. Okay, and then we'll get the Salvage Titan back. And GG. No, fair enough. That's what I figured. Alright, what do we need? Do I even care about anything? Like, Fatal Push probably doesn't do anything. I guess Thoughtseize could be reasonable. Just take their Boggle on turn 1. But I guess they're going to be playing it before we get to do anything anyway. I think we just leave it, honestly. I mean, Thoughtseize can't be worse than Leyline is, so I guess we'll just take that out and, I don't know, put in a couple of Nature's Claims just in case. Maybe we can tag an important enchantment or something. Would have preferred if these were different colors, but this is probably fine. Kind of annoying that the Phantasmagorian is in our hand as well as the Vengevine, so we're not going to get one less Vengevine back. I suppose I could Thoughtseize myself, if that's an option that's available to me. Now I might have to, actually. So the question is, if I don't draw a land next turn, do I play the Pentad Prism for 1? If I do, I'll be at the mercy of drawing a land. Actually, I guess I could just play the Undercity Informer, and they might have Path to Exile, I suppose. Maybe that's not such a good idea. Wow, these have just been the worst draws in the world. Alright. I think I will play this untapped. I think I just need to make sure that I can get out. Like, if I draw an untapped land, then I can win next turn. If not, I have to rely on, like, playing Undercity Informer, passing the turn, and then sacking it on my next turn. Hopefully I'm not just dead. I need to draw an untap. Oh, that's not good. I mean, it's probably been worse things in the world, but I don't know if I can beat that at this point. Yeah, I probably can't beat that. Okay, so maybe I do need to bring in Fatal Push. Hard to say. No, the Nature's Claim would have done just as much there, actually. So let's not bring in Fatal Push. That's going to be dead like most of the time. So let's just resubmit the way it is, I think. Thoughtseize is going to be a lot more effective on the play than it is on the draw, especially against Boggles. Just take their 1-drop and hope that they can't do anything from there. This hand has not a lot. I mean, it's got the stuff. Like, I've got 2 lands. I've got 4 mana. I haven't got a creature that I can win with. I do have a Nature's Claim. I think I might actually keep this. And I'm going to have to hope that I draw into a creature, but Nature's Claim should help me survive until then. Play this tapped, pass turn. And then next turn we have the Talisman, and we can Nature's Claim if we need to. I mean, that's not really what you want to see. What's this now? Alright, well, I'm just going to Nature's Claim the Curious Obsession, just keep them underwater a bit. It takes away like +2/+2 of their power, and also prevents them from drawing a card. They're down to 3 cards right now. I was hoping to like tag a Daybreak Coronet or something like that, but I think this is a reasonable trade for that. Alright, give me a mill creature, please. Deck, please. 1 time. Ugh, Vengevine's like a really bad draw there. Jeez. Guess we'll play Sword of the Meek out just to do something. Alright. I mean, we're not dying very fast right now, but I imagine that's going to change this turn when they probably play 2 more Ethereal Armors, because that's just my luck. But okay, Blade Cover Scout is good. That is not threatening to me. Hyena Umbra is fine, I guess. Probably one of the better enchantments for me that they could have played there. Creature, please. Come on. There it is. You'll love to see it. Exile that for mana, sack this, target myself. And on the stack, we'll discard our Vengevines and salvage triggers, or salvage Titans and whatnot to the Phantasmagorian. Man, that Phantasmagorian has been insane this league. They gonna make me go through with it? Sort of seems like it, eh? What are they doing? Surgical extraction, my creeping chills. Okay, well that's gonna keep them alive this turn. They're down to one card though. I don't think they can kill me in the backswing, but I'll have Salvage Titan there to block anyway. They definitely probably should have just gotten the Sword of the Meeks there, right? Like, Sword of the Meeks are... I mean, I guess if you're not familiar with the deck, like, how would you know? But they did watch me go... Did they watch me go off? No, they didn't. They didn't actually let me... No, they did let me go off last game. So they do know the Sword of the Meeks are kind of essential to the combo. Guess they just weren't thinking very well. Okay, Phantasmagorian. Get these into the graveyard. And then Salvage Titan. Just exile some random things, doesn't really matter. And then sack, sack, sack. Right on. And then attack for 16. We have like 3 blockers on the backswing. I don't think there's really any realistic way that they can kill us this turn. And then on upkeep, we'll just have to remember to put a stop on my own turn on my own upkeep, and then we're gonna have to Memory's Journey back a couple of cards. Okay, so I take 12. Got a few blockers here. Even if they have trample or something, I can't imagine them killing us from the spot. So I think we're okay. Like, what could they possibly have? They have Path to Exile and then a Rancor or something like that, or like 2 Rancors, but then no, because they only have 1 green mana, so don't really know what they could have at this point. All right, upkeep. We're gonna so we're gonna target ourselves with the... What are we gonna shuffle back? I mean, it doesn't really matter, I don't think, but I guess let's just get like Nature's Claim so we can gain some life if we have to, and we'll pay with the Talisman there. And okay, we got 3 more turns now, and we're just gonna feed in with the Vengevines and the Salvage Titan. Leave the Narcomoebas back to block in case something goes wrong, but I can't really imagine what could possibly go wrong from here. Yeah, cool. I mean, it's a lot easier when your opponent's not interacting with you. When your opponent's got all the Thoughtseizes and stuff in the world, it's pretty hard, but ain't no problem against Boggles. Okay, so we lost a die roll. We have mana, we have Undercity Enforcer, and Balustrade Spy, so I think this is a pretty easy keep. And we can turn 3 it. Okay, maybe not if we're going to get Thoughtseized here, but we're at least a little bit Thoughtseized proof because we have double copy of the mill creatures. Smells like a Thoughtseize. Oh, hello. Ooh, it's an aggro deck, it's not a Thoughtseize deck. Interesting. I think we could probably out aggro a Bomat Courier. A little late for that, bud. Alright, play the Caverns, and just hope we don't, like, get our Penthead Prism destroyed or something. I really have no idea what they're doing here. Is this a deck I'm just not familiar with now in Modern? I don't think so. Oh, maybe this must be like a Death Shadow deck probably. If they're fetching and shocking and not doing anything. Oh, never mind, they're doing something. Yeah, okay, Death Shadow deck. Okay. Well, we can probably handle that. So, let's play the land, shock it in. Hopefully they don't have a Kolaghan's Command. That could make things a little more difficult, but for now I think we're okay. Whoa. Am I just going to die here? Do they have a Temur Battle Rage? Bolt me. Oh. Am I just dead? Wow, I'm just dead. Okay. They had exactly the right cards in hand. Wow, that's insane. Huh. Okay. So, Veil of Summer, probably? Protect against Thoughtseize. Let's just leave the Leyline Sanctities in and call that good enough, I think. I will take the Fatal Push in the Slaughter Pact, though. What are we taking out? Maybe the... Everything in this deck is just kind of so needed. It's kind of hard to sideboard. Let's take out a couple of Creeping Chills. Yeah, that's got to be the first cut. Okay. Alright, so we have our Leyline, we have lands, and we have creatures, so I think we're going to go ahead and call that good. Nice that they can't bolt us and stuff, so that should hopefully spare us a little bit of time. Creeping Chill being in the hand is kind of annoying because we only have one Creeping Chill in our deck, but I think that's going to have to do. So play this tapped. The bolt lands are going to be painful in this matchup in particular. Sure. Gonna need to draw an untap land here, I think. No, that's not good enough. I need to play a Talisman this turn and hope to draw a bolt land next turn. Sure, Bowmat Courier. I didn't think this deck played Bowmat Courier. That's weird. I guess it makes sense, but... Ooh, hello. That's exactly what we needed. Cast. No, not cast. What am I talking about? I want to exile this for mana, and then make a black Balustrade Spy. Opponent's trying to figure out what we're doing here. Mill myself, thank you very much. I'm gonna bolt the Balustrade Spy, don't care. That's not the wisest move because he could use that for a Vengevine, but I think that puts him exactly dead because they're at 15. We have one Creeping Chill left, and then we have oh never mind, we have 16 damage and Vengevine's what am I talking about? Okay, and let's get the Creeping Chill done. Narcomoeba, Sword of the Meek, Sword, Narcomoeba, just exile some random stuff to get back to Salvage Titan. You guys know the drill by now. And then we'll sacrifice my swords. And there's my Vengevines. Yes. And I'm ready to go to combat when you are, opponent. Might be a little harder on the draw, but let's hope it goes that smoothly again. Do I want to play like a Nature's Claim and maybe just like gain a little life by destroying one of my own things? I don't think that's worth it. Like, it's cool because it could kill a what's it called, the Scourge of the Skyclaves, but I don't think that's worth it. I think I'd rather just hope to draw like a Slaughter Pact or a Fatal Push and deal with it that way. All right, this is a turn 2 kill. Wow, that's insanity. And now we're even Thoughtseize proof. Hype. So I guess we'll just play the Aghanim Awakening untapped. Hold up this Fatal Push here. Does this deck still even play Thoughtseize? I assume it must, right? Godless Shrine? I wonder what the white's for. Lingering Souls? Yeah, I'm just gonna take this hit here. Just take their one, and if that's all they got, then game's over. If they play a 2-drop here, then I'll Fatal Push that so they have one less blocker. They're dismembering their own. Okay, sold. Death Shadow also sold. Fatal Push Death Shadow, and then we'll play this untapped. Exile Simian Spirit Guide. Exile Simian Spirit Guide. Play Spy, and that's the game. Man, the games when this deck does its thing are insane. Opponent's trying to figure out what they did wrong, why they deserve this. Narcomoeba's on the stack. Get 2 whole Creeping Chills this time, and then we will go over here. Salvage Titan. Vengevines. Yes. Alright, well, we did manage to pull back that record from those 2 losses in the first 3. So that's nice. So if you want to pick up some of those sweet spell lands so you can play this deck in Modern, check out wizardtower.com, all your single needs. And if you don't want to spend money on them, don't worry. Trade in your existing collection. They will give you an additional 30% store credit on top of what they would give you in cash if you choose that option. You can spend that on anything in the store, including a nice box of Zendikar Rising to open some of those mythic lands. See you next time when we explore Modern and its deep, dark corners of jank.